Let's talk about Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers.
Do you know why we celebrate Halloween? A long, long time ago, it was a night of great power.
I don't even know where to start with this movie, honestly. So first off, I will say, I did not grow up with the Halloween movies. The only thing I saw from Halloween when I was a kid would be about a minute, not even a minute, probably 20 seconds of Michael in the first movie putting the sheet on after he murders the one dude, and then he goes up to the girlfriend. That's all I saw as a kid. Now obviously this means I did not grow up with any of the sequels, and I'd watch all of them just in the last few years, and that was obviously a wild ride. Now, when talking about The Curse of Michael Myers, when I was originally going through the Halloween franchise and I watched this movie for the first time, probably about 2 years ago, I thought it was probably the second worst of the whole series. Now, after watching it again, I think that it is actually probably top 4 or 5 in the series. Now, actually, the reason I rewatched this movie is because I saw the interview with the original writer We Watched a Movie, and I thought, alright, fine, I'll give it another chance. And after learning about how it was made and more about the script and a lot about how the movie was changed and a lot of problems happened, I just thought it was a lot better this time, and I just kind of felt where the movie was coming from a lot more. Originally I'm like, why the hell is this tying up all this stuff? Why is it calling back to the original? All this stuff. I'm like, another callback to the original. And it's like, they're really gonna continue this shit and wrap it up from 4 and 5. And I'm like, I didn't like the Thorn stuff and all this stuff, and they're wrapping it up. But now, after learning that he was really a fan, the original writer, and he wanted to kind of wrap everything up in a good way, and he really came from a good place, and it wasn't really just a studio cash grab attempt, at least by the writer, not the end product. But yeah, it was just, once I heard that and I learned that, rewatching it just made the experience a lot better, and it made all the scenes and callbacks and tying up everything just sit with me a lot better. Now this time I actually watched the producer's cut, and last time I watched the theatrical cut. So maybe watching the theatrical cut the first time, maybe that's why I didn't like it. Maybe it was just because learning about it made me appreciate it more, but I just think that the producer's cut is a lot better, and it just sits with me a lot better. I don't know, something about the theatrical cut. The kills are kind of better a little bit, but I think the kills in the producer's cut are more in line with Halloween, which is kind of more my taste. But I do like over the top kills, of course, so I don't know. Obviously, if we're going to talk about this movie, gotta talk about Jamie Lloyd, Danielle Harris. Well, there's two things to talk about, of course. First thing would be the fact that Danielle Harris is not back, and it was all because basically the producers and higher-ups didn't think she was worth the money, and that's honestly crazy, and they didn't really see the impact and importance of her for the Halloween franchise, and that's kind of honestly really sad. And then the second thing would be the fact that they did her character dirty too. In the theatrical cut, she gets killed with the spikes, but in the producer's cut, she gets shot in the head, which is better? Maybe? I don't know. It could be better depending on how you look at it. I think it's slightly better, only because she lives longer. But either way, it was just a disservice to the actor, the character, and honestly everything. I don't know what was up with that. Alright, now this is going to be the part where we talk about some random ass shit. Alright, now first we're going to start off with 88 minutes for the theatrical cut and 99 minutes for the producer's cut. I think the added footage really does help the movie, and I do like the producer's cut a lot more. And 88 minutes, not that long, not very long. And then next we're going to go to the budget, which was $5 million, which was $500,000 less than Halloween 5. Now, do I think that it showed that it was less budget than Halloween 5? Hard to say because they both look low budget as fuck, but honestly, I felt like it was higher budget than Halloween 5 personally. Maybe it was just the way they shot it and stuff like that. Now, box office was $15 million, which was $4 million than Halloween 5. Did it deserve that more than Halloween 5? I think so. Did it deserve more money than 15 million at the box office? Probably not. And then we can just go to there's a 6-year gap from Halloween 5. I guess they tried to learn their lesson about making them too quick, but I'm not really sure if that panned out. And then finally, we're just going to say that the Rotten Tomatoes score is a 9%. I don't really care about critics and stuff like that anyway, but 9%, ooh. I think it deserves, it's a bad movie for sure. I'm going to say it honestly deserves like a 43% or something. But on my personal 1 to 10 scale, I personally would give it a 7 out of 10.